Hehoooooo guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I gotta show you how I draw my Chibis. I will just describe it rough and not in too much detail because this is supposed to be a short video. First we gotta start with a cute little round shape that's supposed to be the head. Then we draw the middle line in where our body has the band, then the shoulders and the hips. You should already kind of have a nice little pose in your mind when you do this. That's what I did. I basically had a cute little pose in mind, like with the hands in front of the face and like the knees together. So first draw like the rough shape of the pose. It doesn't have to be too detailed, like the chest and the hips, where you think it should be. How I said, I'm not going too much into detail what I actually do. It's just the rough way what I do. My first sketch steps. So how you can see, I don't really draw shapes in the beginning of the legs because I kind of want to show where my legs are going. So I first draw like this middle line and then draw out the shapes of the legs. You don't have to make your sketch like too detailed, just so you can kind of, have a point like where your drawing should look a little bit like. How your drawing should look like. It's no problem, like when you don't do something right, you can always change it. I mean, there is no expert that does everything right on the get-go. And if the shapes are too big or there's something not right, you can always zoom in and out to actually see if something disturbs you. Like how you will see, I will zoom in and out a lot with this. With the eyes, you can always think of a good shape, like when you want to have a more lively girl, you draw like big cute eyes. When you want to have a cool boy, the eyes get a bit smaller. But I wanted to draw a mascot, Pudding, and she's more a cute, young and happy girl, so I tried to make her facials, make her look like that, like a curious, cute little girl. I had to experiment a lot with the mouth because somehow I was never really into her mouth. I wasn't really decisive onto that until the last part that you will see in a few, that her mouth will change again to an expression that I liked a bit more on her. The good thing about drawing digitally is that you can actually you can work on your sketch a lot. Like you can switch parts around, you can make it smaller. And with traditional art, it's a lot harder to actually do such things. Like when the legs are too long, you need to redraw them and stuff like that. And in digital drawing, you can just resize it the way I want it to be. Oh, by the way, my pencil actually died halfway when I made this. So at some point I got like really nervous and was like doing stuff that I don't really have to do, like scrolling around a lot because I was kind of getting out of my concept. But yeah, our sketch is done, and now what I basically do, I do already have a character in mind, my character pudding, so I don't really had to think a lot about the hair and shapes and stuff like that because I already knew how I wanted it to look like. But it's always the best way, like when you do a second sketch later and sketch on the hair and the clothes. But at this point I don't really had to do that because I kind of knew how I wanted her to look like, and I don't want it to make a big line art. It was just supposed to be a small cute Chibi illustration, so I don't want it to do extra sketch layers and stuff like that. It was just supposed to be a quick little thing. Yeah, about actually copy and pasting, like in small illustrations, remember copy and paste is your friend. Like when you have a picture like in front and you want to have the correct eye size, you can copy and paste. There is no shame in copy and pasting, just don't do it in like pictures where you want more perspective. Now you will see that I will copy and paste the hand, and how I said, the thing with copy and pasting is when you do it on small illustrations, you know, like little quick pictures, it really goes a lot quicker. For me, copy and pasting is more, how should I say, sometimes it's an act of laziness, and then I'm just doing it to get my work done quicker. Now comes my favorite part of this video, because I really had to work a lot on that head shape. And honestly, it's no problem when you need to redraw a shape often and often and often. Seriously, just do it until you have the shape you like, because that's the most important thing. When you're just like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore, then you just take the shape as it is. And that's what I sometimes did, and I didn't like my work that much after that, because I always knew there was this one point, like something important like the face, that I didn't like, and that made me dislike the whole picture. So even when it annoys you to always redraw and redraw and redraw, do it because you will get much better stuff out of your picture then. Like, the result will be much more satisfying than when you're just like going with it. Like, at this point I don't really like the mouth anymore. I thought it was like kind of misformed and wrong placed into the face. So I gave her like kind of this more gasping and exaggerated mouth. Usually my mascot Pudding wears like, she wears a panda hoodie, like she has this panda ears on her hood. But for this tutorial I actually decided to not give her that hood, but that was also mostly for time reasons. Always check if everything is alright. Like, at this point I did zoom out and I saw, oh yeah, I don't like the hair. So I did change the hair, and that's why I can just say again, always zoom in and out on your picture to see if really everything is correct and fine. It's also always the best to kind of rotate it a little. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked it. If you would like a more advanced tutorial on how to draw Chibis or how to draw humans, I don't know if I will do future tutorials, just give me a comment. If you liked my video, please subscribe. Of course, just if you want to, you don't have to. And yeah, I wish you good luck drawing and have a funny nice day. Bye bye!